and 3 the day before that. And I'm not really worried about catching them. I'm not eating them. I'm just throwing them into my new fish pond that we have up by the house so we can see them from the deck. So I want to catch like 6 or 8 more and throw them all in there and do, do that thing. So anyway, that's what we're doing. I'll let you guys watch. Gonna join in with the fishing expedition. I just had a big tilapia come up and put his nose, if they have noses, against the fishing line and stare at me for like 2 minutes. I guess he was staring at me. I don't know if they could see outside the pond. I mean, maybe. And then he just swam off. It's really kind of a weird thing. I'm using mealworms for bait, and I've had good luck with them so far. Actually, I mean, not. I really want to try regular worms and see how that works out. I haven't had a chance to try worms yet, but only because I'm too lazy to go dig up worms. And this is the time of year right now. We're in typhoon season. We're actually waiting for the typhoon to hit us right now. It's supposed to hit this island and this state of Pangasinan today. So all the kids have been out of school all week, and they're still out of school for another day or two. Well, as long as this typhoon is supposed to last 2 or 3 days, so we'll see. It's not windy. We don't care about the wind. I just hate so much rain. I mean, it's so much rain. It comes down. It'll fill a 5-gallon bucket sometimes in like 2 minutes. It's raining that hard. And for those of you that never, it's hard to believe that it's like that. So I'm going to turn this around. You can see the line, the fish. There we go. Let's see. So there you go. You can see the fishing pole and lines in the water. And I think I had a bite just a second ago. Not sure 100%, but I have 2 hooks and 2 worms on today. It's the first time I've ever tried 2. I usually only fish with 1. And the pond's not very deep. It's only at this end, it's maybe 2 feet deep where I'm fishing. Maybe. Over that way, over in there, well, here you see how big it is. It's like 4 meters by 50 meters, maybe 20. Yeah. And then it makes a right turn, and it's the same again, only going the other way. It's a little wider and a little longer. So it's pretty. I mean, but it's only at the deepest point. It's only 3.5 feet deep, so it's not like super deep. And we're just waiting for something to happen. Sometimes it happens as soon as you put it in. Sometimes it happens 10 minutes later. Sometimes it never happens. And I don't care. There's a little bit of rain happening right now, I see. And when it starts raining, it's going to rain hard. So I'm going to put this down. You guys can kind of see what's going on. I'm not sure if you can or not, but maybe. There you go. So I usually leave it in for a couple of minutes in one place and pull it out, and I'll flip it to somewhere else. I've had really good luck over on that side of the pond over there, right here. Every time I come down, I catch 1 or 2. Yeah, they're little fish. They're only 6 or 8 inches long. But for what I'm doing with them, it's like the perfect size fish because um, they kind of pester the dogs. My one dog, Panda, she is totally a water bug. She likes being in the water, I think, more than she likes being out in the water. And so she watches the fish when I put them in, and we had to put a fence around it because Panda, she's a little shit actually, and she really, really, really wants to jump into the water and get the fish. I threw some in the pool one day, 3 of them, and I had to take the fish out of the pond because she was spending so much time. There's a great big tilapia down there. Oh, 2 of them, 2 really big ones. I don't know if I got close enough to them for them to see that. Maybe big ones. I mean, like 2 pound, 1 or 2 pounds a piece. Chances of catching them are pretty slim, but you never know. You just don't know. It's odd. That's 2 and 3 fish, number 2, number 3 fish that I've seen just since I've been sitting here. Usually I don't see too many fish when I'm just sitting here fishing. And I'll see, oh, I got a bite right now. Look at that. Now, wait. I'll catch one. Who knows? Knock the fishing pole off, so I'm sure. Oh, there's another big one down there. Holy crap. That's 4 now. I mean, you just don't know if you catch them or you don't, you know. I also have a spearfishing setup that I can use with my air rifle. That I've used it a couple of times. I just don't. I don't like using it on my one really good gun. Because after you shoot the darts so many times, it fucks up the barrels. And my $2,000 rifle, I'm not into wrecking it quite yet. Someday maybe. Got a bite right now. Yep. Oh, he took it, but he didn't get hooked. It's a good sign though. He'll hook it again. He's got it again in his mouth right now. It's going. Maybe. It was a good hit, but he didn't. I got him again. That time I got him. Oh, he got off again. Damn. Shoot. We had him for a second, but that didn't do us no good. We gotta have him forever. That's okay. Let's try again. So, I had 2 bites within a minute. Now, was it the same fish? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, there's a lot of them in here. We dropped 10,000 of them in here 4 years ago, and maybe we've caught 500, but I seriously doubt that they're still in here. I mean, they die, and we'll see one floating, and then the birds catch them, and there might be some catfish in here that eat them as well. I don't know. Who knows? Somebody told me that the catfish eat the babies. The baby tilapia, they might. I see a lot of baby tilapia. So who knows? And then somebody told me that pythons don't eat fish, but I know for a fact that pythons do eat fish. They'll fish in a fish pond if they have an opportunity to. And so we have pythons on the property. As a matter of fact, my cats killed one 2 days ago. A little one, only like a yard long, as big as your thumb. Not like my big snakes. Well, I'm hoping to catch one here. That'd be nice. I mean, I don't care if I catch 2, 3, 1. I don't even care if I catch any. I come down here because it's relaxing and quiet. I'm not dealing with the dogs and the worker bees. I don't know. I like my guys, but honestly, after you deal with workers for a while, it's like, really, man, I love the guys. I really do. One of them is my brother-in-law, one of them is my friend. And what's going on here? Oh, I got a stick. Yep. Now I caught the old stickfish. I got it good too, didn't I? Loose. You're gonna get a fish when you hook up to a stick, that's for sure. There we go. Back to the best fishing hole I got here. See what happens when we get another bite. Anyway, I have to deal with workers every day for years and years. It's like, and I deal with guys in the U.S. who work for me. It's hard. Especially since they're really good workers for a while. And it seems like eventually they all turn into thieves. really sad. We get to be friends. We get to be, acquaintances, not friends, but acquaintances. And then they just disappear. They turn into these fucking criminals. They'll steal $1,000 from me. It's too bad. Right now, I have like 4 guys that have worked for me. All 4 of them owe me money. And it's okay with them. They don't care. It's just like they'll steal 100 or $200 when they know that they can make 5 or 6,000 working for me in a week. Very stupid, very petty and asinine. I got one guy who owes me a couple $1,000, $1,800 for fucking a job up. And I'll pay you next month. I'll pay him. Fuck it. I finally told him go fuck himself. I want to do it. I'll take the loss. But it is what it is. I don't care. Only money. Nice to have it when you got it. It sucks when you don't. But in the Philippines, you don't really need a ton of money to live here. If you got a couple $1,000 a month coming in, you do good. I mean, when we first came here, when I first moved here, I was turning 200,000 a year, 250 a year. It's changed a lot in the last 8 years. I'll tell you, with the illegals in the U.S., you can't. We charge $150 an hour to do the job, and our competition is the illegals, and they're working for $30 an hour. It's hard, man. It's wrecked a lot of people's businesses, I'll tell you. These idiots say, "Oh, don't deport them, don't deport them." Yeah, they're the unemployed motherfuckers that are on welfare, and they're like, "Don't deport them, because it'll affect our welfare." That's all it is. A normal person is not so stupid to think that, that I want to call it the welfare community, isn't affected because of the illegals. I mean, it's just stupid to think that. And, you just have to put the perspective of, whoops, too far. The perspective is, they don't want the illegals gone, because if they're gone, it's going to affect their benefits somehow, I guess. So, I don't know. I've never been on welfare. I've never collected. I'm 71. I worked since I was in high school. Graduated in 74. And I've never been on welfare. I've never been on unemployment. Not one time in my entire life. And I really haven't worked for anybody since I was probably 20. Always had my own businesses, my own things to do, because I just couldn't get into working for somebody else, honestly. I learned quick that if you're smart, you can have your own business. And so that's what I've done. And I've been pretty successful. I mean, I'm not ever going to be a rich man, but I have a nice home. I've got a wonderful family. My daughter and my wife are the best people on the planet. I have all the things in my life that I enjoy. My own fishing pond. I like to fish. I like my dogs. I have 12 dogs, big and little. I have a nice bike, a motorcycle, got a new car. Got a couple of motorcycles, actually. And some sidecars. Matter of fact, I'm talking about giving one of my sidecars, or both of the Type 2 extra ones. I've been sitting in the garage for 2 years or 3 years. I'm just ready to get rid of them. They're just taking up space, and they're making a mess, and they're just rotting apart. So I told my wife today, I said, I want to give them away. And she's all, "Well, let me find somebody to give them to." I said, "Well, okay, but that means now, not in 6 months. I want to give them away." So we'll see how that works out. She seems to think she knows somebody might want at least one of them. And I've got neighbors, and the neighbors have kids, and one of the sidecars is really sporty looking. It's like a little hot rod. So that's the one I'll give to the kids if they want it. I just haven't invited them. Again, hit it kind of hard. playing with it now, I can tell you, because the string, instead of sitting tight like it was a second ago, it's moving around. It's not hitting it, it's not taking it. Not yet. Well, it's got 2 worms on it, so maybe. When you come down here, it's very relaxing and quiet, and it's just a nice place just to come and kick for an hour or two. I usually make it for about an hour. After an hour, I'm like, oh God, I gotta do something else. Go drink a power drink to wake me up. That's all part of being down there, you know. So far, I've had a bunch of bites, and not even one fish. Still got my worms. Oh, I'm still fishing, no fish.
I forgot my
What? What'd you forget?
the machine
Where is it?
inside.
So you brought your battery? There's another machine in the garage, isn't there? A green one? You have 2. They both use the same batteries. Figure out how to make that other battery work? Oh, that's the tree that fell over. Now I see. I had a tree fall over in the storm. It just left. She's over there. I don't see her in the picture, but I know she's there somewhere. Standing her plant back up. My wife, she's very, 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 very industrious. She loves to work in her garden, I'll tell you. And she works in her garden every single day, even if it's raining.
Is it okay?
Me?
The Wi-Fi is working? Why do you never use it?
Yeah, it's right here. It's on. It's connected, yeah. I guess it's working because I'm still live, so. I have this. I don't know if you guys have ever seen one of these. It's called a pocket Wi-Fi, and so you load it for $20 a month, and we have Wi-Fi. It's like for walking around. It's kind of like the old hotspots that we used to have in the U.S., except this is high speed, a lot better. I have a new one now that it's for the Starlink. I haven't got one yet. We will eventually. A hotspot for Starlink. My wife's over there trimming banana trees. Hey, go trim miracle fruit. We have this plant. It's called miracle fruit, and it's a nice plant, I guess. I hate it. But my wife really likes it. I don't like it because it's got the branches have like thorns and shit on them. And every time I walk by there, I get a thorn in my hand, a thorn in my face, a thorn in the back of my head. Don't like it much. Not what I call an exceptional fishing day. But sometimes you get them and sometimes you don't. I think I got a fight going on right now. I got somebody sniffing around the lines. Oh, my friends in the U.S., they're all jealous. I can sit out here in my backyard and go fishing and just relax, have a nice, comfortable retirement. And I'm not really completely retired, I guess. Having a business in the U.S., in Washington, Oregon, and California. I have 3 different places that I work. Oh, there's a bite. You can see that fishing pole just bent really good. That was a good bite. And he's still playing with it. I think. He didn't take it, he just picked it up and he drug it around a little. I think he might be on it, I can't tell, because all of a sudden now the fishing line went from sticking out to the left to now it's sticking straight down. Usually that means they got it in their mouth and they're hanging out. If it goes to the right or straight out in front of us, then I will know more. As of now, nothing. Yeah, it's not moving now, so let's pull it in and see what's going on there. Still got my data. You can tell which one he was biting. You can see the worm on this one is tore up. So I'm actually going to put a brand new worm on it. Red ants. I already found my worms. No way. Maybe. The red ants here, they're fire ants. And they are fucking brutal. I hate them. They bite and it hurts. And then it leaves a welt on you. Which sucks too. Oops. How the hell the red ants got in here? Only two. I don't know how they found it. Weird. I usually just float this in the water like that. You ever seen earthworms? Grab one for me, honey. You see any worms? Grab one. Just so I can try it and see if it works. Got a bite there. Another little one. He just picked it up and snatched the worm. Didn't go anywhere. I'm using really tiny little hooks. Like number 8s or 10s. Very small. It's like that big. Less than a half, like 3/8 of an inch long, maybe. Little tiny ones. The tilapias have very small mouths. So if the hook's too big, you ain't catching fish. If it's too small, they swallow it, and then a pain in the ass to get it out. It does. It kills the fish, even if you don't want to kill the fish, it kills the fish. Nothing yet. We're hopeful. Oh, I got a bite going on right now. I can tell because the fishing line starts taking off, going out straight. Wasn't a great bite, but a little. There it goes again. Again, there it goes. Something is trying to take it from. These are the good bites. When they just pick it up slowly and move it around, I find that usually is the best kind of bite. It means they're trying to eat the worm and they're not trying to take off and swim for more. I don't know. Let's see. Today I put some catfish in up by the koi tank. Today we couldn't figure out where the catfish were the other day. We looked all over; they weren't anywhere to be found. Well, today we saw they're migrating by them in the afternoons between the koi tank. Yeah, I got a bite already. Between the koi tank and the new koi tank. I got it wrong. We're going to see here in a second. He's playing with it. He hasn't taken it really. Oh, he's trying. So he's gone from being on the left side of me to being on the right side of me. And we caught it. Oh, it's a nice one too. Hey, Lenny. Got a big one. I'll get him in. Well, bigger than what I got in the pond. And you can see how big he is. Not gigantic, but big enough for what we want. That's cool. That's one. I catch one every time I come down. That's cool because that just puts a little more in the fish pond for us to see. Kind of nice. It's the biggest one I caught yet in a while. Are you eating tilapia today? It's bigger. It's what you get in the market. My wife likes the tilapia. I think I've never eaten one out of this pond. Not because I wouldn't eat it, I just have never ate one. I usually end up catching two and then quitting. And since I have my wife and my daughter, it's like, that's two fish. Between the two of them, they'll probably eat six of them. They like the tilapia. And these are, they're not polluted. They're all our fish. So this pond is clean. We actually, it drains on the far end. It leaks. Well, I'm not going to say that it leaks, but it drops because the water table is low. When the water table is high, we don't lose too much water. But so we drain the swimming pool into the pond twice or three times a week. So we're constantly putting clean water into here. So the fish pond is clean, very, which is, makes the fish clean. It would be nice. What would be a good thing for us to do is have the guys get in the fish pond with a rake and rake the crap off the bottom of it, get all the leaves and all the shit out of it. I haven't had the heart to tell them to do that yet. Nice. Now, we need to have the guys do that. You know that, Lan? We need to have the guys get in the fish pond with rakes and clean the crap off the bottom. Of course, I may have to hire a couple new guys to do it, huh? You can bet there's a lot of crap in this fish pond on the bottom. Leaves and tree branches, huh? And again, you never know, maybe not. That was a really good fish I caught. I'm real happy with that, actually. Oh, I got a fish on too. Look at that. How's that? Little one. That's okay. I'll take it. It's little, as you can see, very little. It's still good in the fish pond. This guy made a big mess out of the fishing line. But nothing I can't get undone. They make a mess though, that's for sure. Holy crap. This is why I wasn't putting 2 hooks on it all the time. That's a mess. About the dead time, guys, I'm untangling hooks that may have knots in my fishing line. So I've got to untangle them a little. Good, a couple more rods. I might hear the rain coming. Good possibility that's rain. Could this be the wind? Well, hey, we got another fish. That's 2. Big one and a very small one, but that's okay for the fish ponds up there, so I'm happy. I'm happy. The thing out here is not happy. There's no little meal on it. They just fall. They're taking the worst part of it. They get stabbed and ate. But that's the life of a mealworm, I guess. That's 2 I've caught, though. Just a couple more. I catch 4, I stop. 4's like the limit. We also have crayfish, crawdads in here as well. That might be a better angle for you guys to see. I can't really tell what you're seeing because of the wheels on screen. But the other option is running it from the front of the screen so I can look at it. It's kind of rough doing it that way too. Well, let me see if I can make that one a little bit for a minute. Hold on. Let's see what happens. Flip around. Okay, and we'll do it like this. Maybe. I don't know. You will see. So I got 4 bites on 2 fish. Not a bad average. It's funny how you can watch the fishing line, and even if they don't take it and run or yank on it real hard, just sometimes they just pick it up. Very bigger ones, they don't run usually. There's a bite right there again. The big ones, they pick it up very slow, and then they'll move across the fish pond like from left to right or right to left or front to meet out to the other side. And they'll go very slow, like you're not supposed to be noticing it, you know. Which might be their strategy, I don't know. These fish don't usually swim that slow. And then you catch them that way. And I always can tell. If that's what it's doing, I know it's a big fish. The little ones grab it and try and take off really quick. They're like, yeah, got it, yeah. Hey, if you're watching the channel, subscribe. Leave me a... Here, I'm going to flip this around again. And I can talk a little bit. Let's see. There you go. There's a pond and a fishing bowl. Yeah, if you're watching my channel, I got 1 watcher here, guys. Evelyn Amor said hi. And corn broom, I don't know what that is. And sorry I wasn't responding back because I'm not looking at the phone. I have it set down. But hey guys, if you're watching this, thumbs up, subscribe, and I gotta say, buy me a coffee. I should say that. Somebody told me I should say it every time, so sooner or later somebody will actually spend $1 or 50 cents or a dime and buy me a coffee so we can see if the app works. I think it does. I don't know. Maybe. My daughter bought me a coffee when we were putting it up, but she was doing it on the app, not on my, not on the app on the. Oh, I got a nice bite going on right now. You probably can't tell, but we'll see. If you watch the end of the fishing pole, you'll see it dipping around a little maybe. There it goes. He's taking it right now. See the pole wiggling? Oh yeah, that was a good strike. For tilapia, that's about the best you're gonna get. But that's a little fish, I guarantee you. That's what the little fish do. They grab it, they pick it up, they run away, and then when it grabs, they kick it back out of their mouth. Where the big fish, they pick it up and they chew on it. See, like this guy here, we got another one biting now. We'll see if I can get him. I'm waiting for him to go again, and I'll pull on it. I think he's on, but see the fishing line's moving around. Normally that means I got him, so I'm going to set this back down, guys, so that I can catch this fish. Maybe. Yeah, see, he's not biting it now, so probably meant it was a little fish. Yeah, there's nothing on there. Only the worms. Let's do this over there again. I don't want it there. I want it more over there. So this rod that I'm using, I don't know, it's a Japanese rod or a Chinese rod. It has no reel on it. You just literally tie the string to the end of the fishing pole. And when you're done, it collapses up into about 1 meter. When you're done fishing, you just take the line, you hook the hook to the bottom of the pole. That's like my guys are here. Back bench, maybe. Hear my alarm clock going off over there. Oh, there's a good strike. I don't know if you guys saw that or not, but I just got a pretty good bite. He's still trying to get it again. He lifted it up. Let's see what we got happening here. He bit it pretty hard. It's probably not a big fish. Don't get me wrong, I've had big fish do that. I've got big ones that way. That's not usually how the tilapia bite. Let's see, he's taking it now slowly, I think. Just see what he might have got the worm. Not what it looks like. Oh, still got the worms. And they're in the right spots. Try that again. Place the little light. It's right there. That's perfect. There are certain places in the pond that have more fish for some reason. Where I'm at right now, see, I already got a bite right then. Where it is right now, there's fish usually, and over to the right corner across the pond. So you got a bite. He's picking up bucking with it. But over in the right corner, there's I used to catch big fish over there all the time, but this year nothing. That used to be my favorite place to fish, was right over there by those plants. I always caught big fish. Big fish meaning 1.5 pound, 2 pound tilapia. neighbor's getting ready to plant the rice all around the property. Half of our property we let him use to plant rice. We don't use it. So for 3 years he gets to use it for free. He fixes it, he takes care of it, he doesn't stuff. And then on the 4th year, we're going to get a couple bags of rice out, probably. I don't know, we'll deal with it at that point. I think it all depends on how much rice he gets out of that field to make it worth it or not. And it's nice because he's my neighbor, and we really like the guy. He's a real good man. And so we will actually be buying the rice from him anyway. You know, like 1 sack at a time or whatever. Got a good fish on there now. Now, I can tell that the one that's playing with it now is probably a big fish. Because he's doing what I said. He's picking it up. He's just wandering around with it in his mouth. There he goes. He's not really biting it hard. Well, not really my whole concept. He just made it like a little fish. Let's see. They like the meal. It's because it's not natural habitat stuff, I guess. Still messing with it. So boy, I tell you, you know, living in the Philippines, I'm really tired of hearing all of what they call expats around here. All whining and complaining about it in the Philippines. It just tears me up, man. If you guys don't like living here, the really easy thing is move. Don't live here. Don't complain about your neighbors and complain about the government and complain about, you know, the girls and the women and the kids making noise and the karaoke at night. It's part of living in this country. It sure beats the hell out of living in California or Seattle or Portland or most of the other states where the drug addicts are sitting on your front porch and the homeless people are camped out in your front yard. And the murders are, you know, well, I checked a couple of weeks ago, 1,200 deaths, including murders and car accidents, in the 9 cities around San Francisco in 1 week. 1,200. And the reason I did that is because I got tired of watching these stupid expats around here talking about 2 Americans that got killed in the Philippines out of 7,000 islands and I don't know how many million people. 2 got killed. And that's the first time I've heard about any Americans or people from other countries getting killed in the Philippines since I've been here in 8 years. And they're like, oh, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. It's not a big deal. Who gives a fuck? You're stupid. That's all I could say. You know, if you do stuff that you shouldn't be doing, that's what happens to you. You know me, I keep my nose clean. I don't mess with people. I do my own thing. I fish. I play with my dogs. I play, you know, love my family. I work at night. I make enough money to support everybody. And my family loves me and I love them back. And that's all anybody at 71 years old can. You know, if you get that in your old age when you're 71, man, you know, money's not an object. I don't have a lot, but I have enough. You know, I make enough money to support the family. I think I got a fish. Oh my God. A big one. I gotta set this down. This is one of the big ones. No, he's not that big, but he's big enough. If I can get him out. Let's find out. Yep. Got him. So this is another nice fish. That's 2 nice ones. Oh, and he popped off the hook right when I was going to take him off the hook, he came off the hook. So that shows you how barely I had him. That's okay. Doesn't matter how barely you have them if you have them, right? I'll throw that back out. The fish. Now facing this way, so I'll turn it around for you. And he's not that big though. He's like the last one. There you go. You can see how big he is compared to my hand. That's 3 I caught today. 2 nice ones and 1 little tiny one. But that's okay. I'm liking it. It works out good for me. I had to put you guys down like that, but it's hard to hold the pole, catch the fish, pull him in, hold the phone. So I'll put it down. Anyway, guys, if you like the streams, I put 1 or 2 streams up every day. And sometimes just talking smack about the other vloggers. And other times talking about my life and my home and my family. And today or tomorrow, probably tomorrow because it's getting late today and I'm kind of not into it anymore really. I'm gonna start holding one of my pythons on the video. So I have 3 of them, 2 very big ones. Actually I have 4 pythons, but I have 3 reticulated pythons and 1 ball python. Ball python's a baby. I hold her all the time. She loves me. She comes out when I call her name, even gets in my arm. The retics, they all bite. The biggest one I can't hold anymore. She's too big. Her body is as big around as my thigh, so I'm not picking her up. She'll bite me and hurt me. Even though their bite's not that powerful, she's too big. If she wrapped around me, she could easily kill me. But I have 2 that are about 6 feet long apiece. And one of them I got it away from some people that had her in a little tiny 5-gallon or 10-gallon fish tank, and they teased her and poked her with sticks. So she don't like people, and I don't blame her. I wouldn't like people either. But she's calmed down. I've had her for 2 years. She's calmed down a bunch. She doesn't try and bite me or anything like that, but holding her, probably not. The other one I have is a wild caught here, same as the one that was teased, but we literally got her from the guy that caught her the next day, or either the same day or the next day. So she's never been abused by people, and then she's lived in her house here, her cage or enclosure, whatever you want to call it, now for 2 years. And they're not really big enclosures, but they're big enough the snakes can stretch out, and they can, there's a place for them to hide, and it's okay for them. And so I think that tomorrow, the next day, whatever, I'm going to start trying to hold her, which means I'm going to get bit. So I'm going to put it on YouTube so you guys can watch. The little fish just jumped out, in case you're wondering. So you guys can watch me play with the snake and watch me get bit or not get bit or whatever happens. Hopefully not get bit too bad. But even if you get bit bad by a reticulated python, it doesn't really hurt. I mean, it hurts, but their teeth are very small. The only bitch is their teeth face backwards, and they use them to, when they bite something, their teeth don't release very easy because they're designed, by them moving their jaws, it makes the whatever they've got in their mouth go back into their bellies. So it'll be fun to watch. I'll get bit 3 or 4 times, I'm sure, in the course of a half an hour, and then hopefully she's going to calm down a little. And then I'm going to start holding her every day, a little bit, half an hour, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, every day. So once they get used to me, then they'll calm right down. It's no big deal. Hopefully, we'll see. Reticulated pythons are notoriously mean anyway. So, but they calm down. They understand attention and love just like every other animal on the planet. Even though they're reptiles and snakes, they still understand they're not being abused or hurt, so. Okay guys, I'm gonna hang up on this stream. You can see my fish pond and the bananas out in the back. Here, I'll show you. You can see the banana plants. We have a banana plantation out there, and this is just part of our yard. And the cherry trees, and you can see there's the house behind me. So hope you liked the stream. Like I said, it's been almost an hour I've been sitting here fishing. And I hope you like this stuff, guys. Sub the channel if you would. Send me a note, buy me a coffee, do a cartwheel. And hey, have a good day. Bye.